The story starts with Iron Man in space, attempting to fix one of Stark Enterprises' satellites.
As Stark Enterprises CEO, I ordered my employee, Iron Man, to check it out.
Iron Man was caught off guard when Dr. Doom, the most dangerous man on Earth, suddenly appeared. Reacting instantly, Stark fired his repulsor rays, but they had no effect. Doom revealed he was only a holographic projection. He stated he needed Iron Man's help to save millions and invited him to his castle in Latveria. Without waiting for a reply, Doom vanished.
Millions? Could be a trick, and probably was. But could I take that chance?
Stark traveled to Latveria to meet Doom, but was greeted by gunfire as soon as he entered the country. Ignoring the attack, he pressed forward and made his way to Doom's castle. Once there, Doom explained the chaos outside was aimed at him. To stay protected, he had created a barrier around his castle. Doom revealed the conflict was driven by the government, designed to ensure he never regained power. Shifting focus, Doom shared that Mephisto had a plan to destroy the world. To stop it, Doom upgraded his time cube to take them both to Mephisto's realm. Before they could proceed, Stark reminded Doom of the complications they faced last time when trying to return.
Seems to me we had a little trouble getting back the last time.
No longer. Remote transmitters will signal the cube to retrieve us. This one is yours.
And I'll have yours as well. Give.
Stark and Doom entered Mephisto's realm, a nightmarish industrial wasteland of intense heat and rivers of molten steel. The gelatinous creatures living there immediately attacked them. The two fought relentlessly, blasting the creatures apart, but the monsters kept reforming. While battling, Stark noticed a sign labeled Manager and flew straight toward it, urging Doom to follow. Inside, they came face to face with Mephisto. Doom struck a deal, trading Stark for silver, agreeing to leave Iron Man trapped in hell forever. Stark had a receiver to escape back to Earth, but Doom deliberately left out a critical detail. The receiver needed a booster circuit to work, a feature Doom had secretly installed in his own suit, ensuring Stark would remain trapped in hell. When Doom returned to Earth, he had Morgana Le Fay imprisoned in his lab. Long ago, Doom had saved her from her brother, King Arthur, in exchange for powerful knowledge, specifically Excalibur. But Morgana betrayed him, escaping to another dimension with a shard of the sword. That dimension turned out to be hell. The metal Mephisto gave Doom earlier was the missing shard of Excalibur, and as part of the deal, he handed over Morgana as well. Doom needed Morgana to perform a spell only someone with Pendragon blood could cast. Morgana reluctantly agreed to help. Meanwhile, Iron Man was still trapped in hell, struggling against Mephisto's relentless minions. No matter how hard he fought, they kept coming. Mephisto upped the stakes, summoning a monstrous figure that terrified even the minions. To Stark's shock, the monster resembled his father, only more menacing. Stark endured the mocking and attacks, refusing to fight back out of respect for his father. But when the monster insulted Stark's mother, it hit a nerve, pushing Tony to the edge.
You always were a disappointment to me. And your mother.
No. That's one lie I'll never believe. She loved me. Loved both of us. Unconditionally. All that's good in me. All you call weakness. The compassion, the caring, everything decent, I learned from her. And that gives me the will, the need, the strength to ultimately do whatever is necessary.
While Morgana worked on the spell, she combined the shard of Excalibur with Doom's armor, enhancing his power. Once the spell was complete, she demanded her freedom and requested to return to Mephisto's realm. Doom agreed, but as punishment for her past betrayal, he didn't send her back alone. He sent her to the realm where her brother, King Arthur, awaited, trapping her in yet another imprisonment. Meanwhile, in hell, Iron Man faced the monstrous version of his father. In a desperate move, Stark removed an Ice-Freon capsule from his gauntlet. As the abomination charged toward him, Stark smashed the capsule against it, freezing the creature solid. Before Stark destroyed him, he stated,
"You're no father of mine!"
As Mephisto's minions closed in, Iron Man used his father's armor to create a protective shield around himself. With the precious moments he gained, he worked quickly, using the armor once more to boost the circuit for his receiver. The upgrade worked, allowing Stark to escape Hell and return to Earth. Stark reappeared behind Doom, making his presence known with a mocking remark about Doom's upgraded look and his sword. Doom responded by slashing Stark's armor open, revealing the weapon's true power. He explained it was Excalibur, forged by Merlin himself, granting its wielder invincibility. Iron Man fought back with everything he had, but Doom's newfound power was overwhelming. Realizing he couldn't win in a direct fight, Stark devised a plan. He hid near Doom's time platform mechanism, waiting for the perfect moment. When Doom stepped onto the platform, Stark channeled his armor's full energy into the machinery, sending the surge directly into Doom. The attack brought Doom down temporarily, but the shard of Excalibur fused with his armor quickly repaired all damage. Outmatched, Stark decided to retreat and regroup. Elsewhere, scientists at Stark Industries noticed a strange phenomenon. Stars shifting as if something massive was pushing through space, distorting its shape. Stark, unaware of this, landed in a forest to recover. There, he was approached by an elderly man who revealed himself to be Merlin through a mental projection. Merlin explained that Mephisto wasn't the real threat. Doom had lied. The real danger was Doom gaining the other half of King Arthur's power, the scabbard, which made its wielder invulnerable. Merlin told Stark the scabbard was hidden on the Ballinair Plain in Scotland. Stark headed there immediately but found Doom waiting. The ground shifted, and massive stones rose around them, forming an arena of mirrors, setting the stage for their confrontation.
Obviously, we need only discern which reflection hides the true prize.
Doom, wait! It could be a trick!
Then I'll shatter the trick as well.
Stone-armored soldiers emerged from the shattered mirrors, charging at Stark and Doom. The two found themselves forced to fight side by side, fending off the relentless onslaught. As the battle intensified, Stark said,
Each mirror probably holds a different curse. We need to make sure we don't break any more.
As Stark finished speaking, another mirror shattered, releasing water tentacles, a tribute to the Lady of the Lake. Doom swung Excalibur at them, but it was useless, like trying to cut water with a regular sword. Stark saw an opening to mock Doom, making a sharp remark about using brains over brute force. Taking action, Stark fired his unibeam at maximum heat, turning the liquid into steam. But the victory was short-lived. The steam was corrosive, eating away at their armor and threatening their very flesh. In a last-ditch effort, Stark channeled all his suit's remaining power into a wide dispersal microwave pulse, evaporating the deadly mist. The two paused, hesitant to break another mirror, fearing what might emerge next. Stark, however, noticed one mirror showing a reflection unlike the others. Acting quickly, he charged at it and reached through, pulling out the scabbard. The moment Stark held the scabbard, Doom demanded it, but before Stark could respond, it began to radiate like a brilliant sun. In an instant, the scabbard disappeared, and Stark's armor transformed. It was restored, gleaming with a new design, and Stark felt an overwhelming surge of power. He was now invulnerable.
You've killed us. You've killed us all.
What do you mean?
Joining Excalibur with its scabbard was the only hope. Now, even that is gone. Look to the Sky Avenger and see what you have done!
A massive beast made entirely of eyeballs descended, its grotesque form radiating menace. Iron Man raised his palms and fired his repulsors, but this time, something unexpected happened. His blasts were infused with magic. As the magical energy hit the beast, it roared in defiance. Meanwhile, the creature turned its attention to Doom, swatting him aside like a rag doll. Two Scottish police officers witnessing the chaos attempted to intervene, opening fire on the beast. But their efforts were in vain. The monstrous entity retaliated, consuming their souls in an instant, leaving only an eerie silence in its wake.
What is that thing? Why is it here? What does it want?
Do you expect me to fill out a questionnaire?
Stark decided to switch tactics, opting for a physical attack instead of relying on his repulsors. He charged at the beast, landing powerful blows, while Doom joined the assault. Despite their combined efforts, it was clear they were making no progress. Doom urged Stark to use magic to collapse the ground beneath the beast. Stark, frustrated, resisted. He hated magic and didn't even know how to wield it. Doom explained it was simpler than Stark thought, requiring only focus and intent. Reluctantly, Stark gave it a try, causing the ground to crack beneath the beast. But it wasn't enough. Doom, impatient, took matters into his own hands and finished the job, smugly asserting his superiority. The ground gave way and the beast plummeted 100 feet below. However, both knew this was only a temporary reprieve. The fight was far from over. Doom finally explained why this beast was here causing havoc.
Very well. In my ongoing quest to increase my mystical knowledge, I borrowed a certain tome from another dimension. Alas, the previous owner, the selfsame horror we face now, was not pleased. It swore to take as payment all that I possess. And as king of Latveria, that would include my subjects.
The beast climbed out of the 100-foot hole, hungrier than ever, and began hunting for souls. Stark, knowing he was invulnerable, decided to take a risk. He flew straight into a nearby tanker, triggering a massive explosion that briefly damaged the creature. But the beast regenerated almost instantly, standing fully healed. Stark felt a growing sense of hopelessness, certain they couldn't stop it. Then Merlin's mental projection appeared, bringing a solution. He explained that merging the sword with the scabbard was the only way to defeat the beast. Stark understood what this meant, his death, but he accepted it. With a nod to Doom, he gave the go-ahead, willing to sacrifice himself to save millions. Doom drove the sword into Stark, but nothing happened. Merlin clarified that Stark's invulnerable armor was the barrier. He needed to will it to be vulnerable. Stark struggled. Science had always been his foundation, but Doom urged him to trust. Stark, recognizing Doom's brilliance as a man of science too, finally relented. This time, when Doom plunged the sword, it penetrated. Pain was unimaginable as energy surged from Stark's armor, coursing through the beast. A deafening noise followed, like a giant foot crushing millions of bubbles, accompanied by the fading echoes of countless tiny screams. Then, it was over. The beast was gone, and Stark was alive. His armor returned to normal as Merlin took Excalibur and the scabbard, returning them to the Lady of the Lake. Peace, for now, had been restored. And that, kids, is the story of why Iron Man and Dr. Doom teamed up.